Hello, and thank you for tuning into this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. And I have the sweetest German Shepherd dog here available for adoption. Her name is Ginerva. We've only named her that. She's only been with us for just over a week, so feel free to change that name. One of our staff members named her that. But she is just such a sweet-natured dog. She's can be a little bit on the shy side. We're not really sure what her history was. She came in as a stray with one of the dogs that you're going to meet next, Grant. And Grant actually may be one of her puppies. She's clearly had several litters of puppies throughout her life. But of course, we're going to fix all that and make sure that she gets spayed before she's adopted. But she is just such a sweet, loving dog, very gentle. Would probably do really well with kids in a in a nice home. She doesn't have any bad behaviors that we've seen here. She's just going to lay down here and listen to the show, listen to us talk about her. But she is definitely a sweet dog. She does need some training. She does jump up a bit, but you can tell that it's a very gentle, loving dog. They came in as strays. They were actually found on Interstate 35, and nobody came forward to claim them, so they are now here available for adoption. We originally thought that we would require the two to be adopted together, but soon determined that she does not like to share her food with possibly her son, Grant. So she's a fairly young dog. We're thinking just a few years for her. And like I said, unfortunately, she's had a lot of litters of puppies, but just a beautiful German Shepherd that is just really, really friendly. And you see her, she's just loving, even with the cameras and the lights and everything, she's just loving this attention here, and just excited to be in here with us and have someone pay attention to her. So if you are interested in Ginerva, we are accepting applications for her. She is going to be spayed this week, actually. So she will be ready to go to her new forever home. But she is just a beautiful German Shepherd. She is purebred, and just a beautiful, sweet dog here. So if you're interested in Ginerva, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. And this is Grant that I mentioned to you in the last one there. So we think that this might be the son to Ginerva, the shepherd that you just met, the previous dog here. So this is the other side. So Grant was found with Ginerva running loose. He is about 7 months old. He is probably a lab shepherd mix is what we're guessing, but also a very friendly dog. Again, still needs some typical puppy training. Needs to not jump up on people. Come here, come here. Say hi. Needs to learn some manners. He's getting a little bit better with his sit command, but still needs to learn some additional manners. But you see here he's acting pretty calm. And he's pretty attached to Ginerva, but we think, if they are separated, that they'll be fine. Once we do find a perfect family for Grant and Ginerva, we think they'll be fine separated. But if we have someone that is interested in adopting the two of them together, and just remember that's a whole lot of dogs, we would definitely consider that adoption as well. So just like Ginerva, he came into us, he was not neutered. We're going to make sure that he is neutered before he goes into his forever home. And he is scheduled for neuter this week. So they'll both be spayed and neutered. So no more puppies for these guys, since he's just a puppy himself. So again, Grant could use some additional puppy training, learn how to be a better canine citizen. Again, we haven't seen any negative behaviors. It's just really those typical puppy behaviors, kind of jumping up and being a little rambunctious when he should be a little bit more calm. But still very gentle natured, and we see a lot of the personality in Grant that we see in Ginerva. So we think they've probably been together all their life, and that's kind of what leads us to believe that Grant might be her puppy from one of her many litters that she had. So if you're interested in Grant or Ginerva, come on down to the Ames Animal Shelter. We'd like to take them out for you and show you, let you meet the two and see if one of them might be the right one for your family. Welcome back. We did a bit of a set change here to get us ready for two adorable bunnies that were owner surrendered to us. They're about 4 months old. The person who purchased them from a breeder determined that they were getting too big and just couldn't care for them. It was too much to care for them. They kind of bought them for grandchildren and realized that it's probably not the best pet. You know, we really want to reinforce and try and encourage people to do a lot of research before you adopt these pets, these exotic little guys, and understand the needs that they have. They will grow into be big bunnies. We don't know exactly, we're calling these guys kind of domestic rabbits, short-haired rabbits. So we have Jack here, who is the black and white bunny, and we have Peter, who is the white with some black on him. So Peter and Jack, both males obviously, they will be neutered before they go home. Of course, we want to prevent any kind of bunny explosion. Obviously not going to be a problem with these two, but we want to make sure that we're kind of reducing that pet overpopulation issue at all times. So that's why we make sure that every single animal is spayed and neutered before they are adopted from the Ames Animal Shelter. So as I mentioned, we want to make sure this is a lifetime commitment for these guys. We don't want them to be bounced from home to home. We want to make sure they're being fed the proper diets. As I always say, rabbit.org is the best website to get all the information about these guys, how to properly care for them, the diets that they need. They need a lot of these green leafy vegetables here. I have some cilantro here and some Italian parsley. They're a little bit more concerned about the lights and the camera, not worried about their greens, but they love their vegetables. And they actually didn't get vegetables before they came in here, and that's such an important staple in a rabbit's diet. So anytime you get these type of pets, it's very, very important that you know all of their needs, that you're giving them everything that they need to thrive and survive. And also, just a reminder that these are domesticated bunnies. They cannot be let loose. You cannot, when you're tired of them or they're too much to clean up for, you cannot just let them loose and let them live with wild bunnies, with cottontails. It doesn't work that way, and they typically will not survive out there in the wild. We do have one that we're currently trying to catch. It's a black bunny. We've gotten quite a few reports. We've made an attempt to catch it, but he's very fast, as rabbits are. And this was probably someone's pet that they bought at a pet store and decided that they no longer wanted, so they decided to let it go outside. Again, that's not a safe thing to do. The outdoors are very dangerous for bunnies. Especially domesticated bunnies when we're getting into our snow season and the extreme cold temperatures that we face. Not a safe environment for them. So again, check out rabbit.org before you consider adopting bunnies. These two guys will be, Jack and Peter, will be neutered before they get adopted. They're just 4 months old now, but you know, have quite a few years to live with somebody. So we want to make sure that someone's willing to make that lifetime commitment for them and give them appropriate housing, appropriate food, and the appropriate vet care that they need. So very special little creatures here. Come on down and meet them if you're interested in adopting some bunnies, but do that research for us first, please. Thank you for watching this episode. We had just a sampling of the animals that we have available for adoption. I didn't show you any cats, but we have some great kittens right now and some amazing cats that are available for adoption. Come down and check out Lady. She's my favorite kitty. Don't tell all the rest of them, but she is my favorite cat here at the shelter right now. So some great cats, a few other dogs that are here for adoption that you didn't see on today's show. Those are our only two bunnies that you met today, Peter and Jack. If you're interested in bunnies, of course, do that research at rabbit.org. But check out our website at amesanimalshelter.org, and you can see a picture and hopefully a profile, some information about each of the animals available here for adoption. The website's very easy, amesanimalshelter.org. You can just click on the different links there to see lost pets here at the shelter, those available for adoption. Pets that have been reported missing here in our community. So lots of different links there that we try to let people go through and research to try to, if you're looking for pets or looking for your pet, good links on that page. So make sure you take a look at that. I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. And if you're thinking about getting a pet for someone as a gift, you might want to rethink that process. You want to involve them in that process. It's a lifetime commitment for these animals. So you want to make sure that they're part of that process, because getting a pet for someone that's going to live 10, 15, maybe 20 years is a huge commitment on their part. So you want to make sure they're part of that process. Maybe come down and blindfold them and bring them here to the shelter and surprise them while they're here, and complete one of our adoption applications and see if you can find the right pet for you and your family here at the Ames Animal Shelter. Thanks for watching.